Can you believe it's November? I can't. At the beginning of the year, when we were sitting around thinking about all the different subjects we're going to talk about this year, flip it, flip it, flip it good is my favorite subject. And it was all the way to November we were going to talk about it. And I thought, no. So I've actually been talking about it all year long, but now we get to go into full depth and talk about it every day this month. And I'm so excited to hear all of your stories about how you flipped your life, how you flipped your business. I'm going to tell you a little story about my flip it. I've had lots of flip it things in my life. When I wrote my book, Craving Success, I came up with all these lessons learned that I've learned over 20 years, and one of my top lessons learned is flipping things upside down. I call it flip it before you ditch it. And what that means is just taking a look at maybe your life, your business projects in a completely different way. I'll give you an example. Our book, we have these CRAVE books in 33 cities now. And when I first started in the book business, I thought, let's go into the publishing business and publish a book on Seattle women doing cool things in Seattle. And so I had no idea how I was going to do it, but I went out and we published this book. And it went okay. And then the second time around, a couple years later, we decided to do the second version of the book. And it was also okay. Not great. In fact, one day I was kind of almost ready to cry and really ditch the business. My husband and I were having arguments about, did you call that person today about the book? What have you done today to get rid of these 10,000 books that you ordered that are in our warehouse? And so I just was really kind of depressed and thought, I've been working on this project for 4 years, and I usually like to fail faster and get things out of my system. I like to come up with the idea and have it work and be successful immediately. And this is 4 years down the road, wasn't quite happening. So I sat down and I thought, I don't want to give this one up. My gut told me this is going to work. You just need to think about this differently. So I started thinking about it, flipping this concept completely upside down. I thought, in the very first book that we created, it was more of a directory. We had about 10 businesses per 2-page spread, and we had little pictures, and we featured about 250 businesses in Seattle. And when I thought about what can I do completely opposite, how could I flip this upside down, I just thought, okay, let's just try everything the opposite, and if that works, I'll go for it. So I thought, let's make it just more exclusive. Let's make a 2-page spread on every business. Let's invite people to be in. Let's have everybody support the project by buying 50 books, so I don't get so frustrated about printing so many books and then having them sit in a warehouse. And I went on and on and on and just started thinking of all the things that really weren't working on the project and turned them completely upside down. And I was really nervous to make that first phone call and say, okay, here's how I flipped this idea upside down, and are you going to go for this? And everybody responded with kind of a, hell yes, love it. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, I'm onto something. And it really created a whole business model for us, too, where we're in 33 cities. We've been doing that for about 3 years now, and it's working fantastic. But now I'm even thinking about flipping it again. I'm over here in Amsterdam right now, working on our second Amsterdam book, and just kind of met a lot of people internationally, and it's making me think differently once again. It's like, okay, how can I turn this into more of an online business? How could I get more up to speed with technology? And so I'm once again thinking about what I'm going to do to flip it. And I encourage you to think about, what is it that you're doing in your business right now? How could you turn it upside down? Take a piece of paper, write everything you're doing, and then write on another column everything the opposite. What does it look like? Maybe just one idea you need to tweak, and that's all it would take. Or maybe it's 10 ideas that you need to tweak. Maybe you do need to ditch it, but then you'll find out. So anyway, have fun with this concept this month. Please email us and tell us, how are you flipping it?